everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today. It's another exciting and different Mills Team webinar today. We're in a different location, so we're at the top of in a party room at the Domway right near our office. And I'm here with the same fantastic crew though. So we've got myself and Mike and Sue and Katie and Christine and Lauren. So we're all here, and we thought we'd take a little different spin today and hopefully you get to know us a little bit better by the end of this. So all the things you'd like to know. Now, if we had a questionnaire, we could have maybe had you send us in questions, but I'm going to throw questions out and see how we do. So starting off, let's start with a simple one. Who has children?
Sort of.
That sounds like the most interesting answer.
I think that needs an explanation.
Well, I have two stepsons, so they're not mine.
Biologically, absolutely yours.
But I'm their bonus mom.
Yeah.
And
what a bonus.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Sarah. Jackson and Charlie, who are 15 and almost 13, almost 16 and 13, actually.
Wow.
So my partner Jason's two kids, and they're fabulous.
Beautiful boys.
Fabulous boys. So
yeah.
Very lucky.
And not everybody can say that about teenage boys. So
yes, it's very true.
We're in the teenage world too, pretty much, with Dawson, who is 10, and Davis, who is 14, and Mason, who's 20.
Wow.
There's like
20.
I know, isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
I know. And I feel so lucky. I'm sat here with one of my sons, which is amazing, and my other son, Mitchell, who they were born a year apart. So they're sort of like twins in many, many ways, and great friends and great people. That's all we hope for, right? Is great people in our lives, and we're all really blessed.
And I'm only 7 years older than Katie, but my kids are a lot older. So Sarah's over 30, and we have our little grandson Charlie, who's almost 2, and then AJ's in the middle, and then Victoria is our staging manager queen, who we've dragged into this crazy business. So
we couldn't live without.
Lots of family at this table, which is nice.
And what about pets? Who has a pet? Fur babies. Fur babies. Anybody have a?
No.
I have a puppy. Well, not really puppy. 5-year-old. No, a cockapoo dog, Tessa.
I have a young 2-year-old dog, Benji, who
so adorable. Oh
he's pretty good. A lot of energy, but we love him.
That's Sarah. You can see Sarah beaming. That's her grand.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say that's my. We can talk about grandchildren. That's my grandpuppy.
Yeah, he could be a human.
Yeah. I know. Can you imagine when she actually does have grandkids? Oh my God.
Yeah. It's a good prereq.
I know. I always make a point of saying, "Oh, I wonder if I could come see Benji and you, of course."
So, you too, I guess. Yeah, it's always Benji's first, and then follows. Yes, we love him. He's great.
And then we have Ruckus, our Australian Shepherd, who started out being AJ's dog, and then he went away to school, so it became the family dog. And anyways, he's 8 years old, but he's still like a puppy.
I love it. There's a great story, and I'll start it. You'll continue and expand on it. But I always remember when Sue had Ruckus. AJ had left, gone to school at that point, so Sue and Jim were definitely, the dog was theirs to take care of. And Sue was, talking on the phone with us and getting ready to go off to get on a call. So she's like, I'm getting dressed as I'm talking to all of you. And we could hear Ruckus like howling almost in the back. We're like, is he okay? Like, she goes, oh, he's talking to me, telling me he's not happy. He knows I'm going to work. And I said, Sue, he doesn't know. Getting dressed for work. Sorry. Yeah, go on. So I said, he doesn't know you're getting dressed to go to work. He just knows you're going out. She said, oh, no. It's different. He knows that I'm getting my workout clothes on, and that means he's going for a walk. Yeah. He's very happy. But when I'm getting dressed for work, right?
He literally, as soon as I pull on my real clothes.
I love that. I love that story. I had no idea. Like, I think you're really like probably the first dog. Like, I kind of got to know a little bit. Like, I've known dogs, but not like that. But he is really so smart and special.
A lot smarter than Tessa. I love her to death, but I'll go out to grab something from the car and come back in, and it's like I was gone for 4 hours.
I think dogs are like babies. They have no sense of time whatsoever. If you're gone for 5 minutes, you get the exact same.
I think Ruckus is a lot smarter.
So for inquiring minds that would like to know, I'm sure this is a question everyone wants to know, is what do we all do in our spare time? when we're not working? Which I know that's a loaded question.
Is there any spare
time? So who would love to start that one? What do we do when we're not working?
Well, when I'm sleeping, I dream about work.
Yes, I dreamt all last night. All last night.
Yeah.
I dreamt, yeah.
I forgot a listing and I totally just forgot, and they're thinking we're going on the market the next day, and I wake up going,
Sounds
oh
like
my
a
gosh, have
nightmare.
I forgotten a listing? It's crazy. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I have not, just so you know.
Yeah, exactly. The good news is it's only a bad dream.
That's a bad dream.
The
yes.
only thing right now that's coming to mind is just going out to eat, going to restaurants and trying different places in the city. But it doesn't, I can't, nothing else is coming to mind for some reason as to what I do.
Start on that. You remind me. I've started to cook a little bit, which
Wow.
I never did.
Wow.
And it was actually Mason who inspired me, because a few years ago, she looked at me dead seriously and said, can we please eat dinner like a normal family? We're always running and in and out, and we never really sit down to dinner. So we still don't really sit down to dinner, but at least now occasionally I try to make a dinner so people can grab it when they're there. But I actually really enjoy it. I think I was a little intimidated, but it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Good on you.
I got more relaxed. It's not, I don't have to get the perfect teaspoon.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that sort of comes with it a little bit, but it's actually
That's
fun.
masterful. I'm still I would, if I don't have the ingredient or the exact measurement, I'm like,
Well, I don't even try to do anything with the measurement. Like, really?
Yeah, I know. I don't really
That's
either.
impressive. But you're a good cook.
Oh yeah, well, Jay and I like to cook.
Yeah.
Like we try to. He I think enjoys it a little bit more than me, but yeah, I like it. I don't do it that often. We definitely eat out a lot.
Yeah.
I'd say in my spare time, I like to really try if I can to do a dance class. So I'm fairly committed to going to ballet at least once a week at the National Ballet School, which is so fun
Amazing.
because it's live piano accompaniment, and it just kind of makes you feel like you're a professional, even though
And you grew up
I am
dancing
not.
so much, so that's
Yes.
you really continued that.
Yeah. There was such a long time when I didn't, and then as an adult to get back into it, just to regain the love. It just is something that I just absolutely just makes me so happy. So I love it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And is ballet your favorite, or do you like?
You know what? Growing up, I was all about tap
Right.
and musical theater, and I still do tap wherever I can. But fortunately, it's harder to find a tap, a good tap teacher. There was a great one who moved to BC, so I love tap. I like everything. I'll do contemporary and jazz and ballet. But ballet is so consistent and it's easy to go. And
That's why you're
I
so
like
good at our Mills
flexibility.
team dance parties.
Yeah. That's why you're such a great dancer,
Every
right?
night when we all go away to the cottage and midnight the tunes come out and Lauren leads the dance.
oh yeah, I love music too. So yes, it all
Yes.
ties together.
And flexibility and it's so good, strength training too. As we get older too, that's
And
really
exercise.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel kind of the same way about water skiing.
Yeah.
And I've gone through different phases of skiing when I was younger and coaching and things. And then now my kids are loving it, which is so fun. And I'm usually, if we're at the cottage, and I'll be taking them, and then I'm like, oh, I don't have to go. And then when I do, I'm like, oh my God, this is so fun.
And you just still
love
do it, which is amazing.
That's amazing.
I'm
You're
not sure I can actually
amazing
do as
at
much
it.
as I think I can.
Oh no, you totally can.
But it's still fun. It's all those things. It's like childhood and memories and
Yeah.
just that rush of something you love to do, which is so.
But the fact that your muscles can still do it is incredible because
yeah.
it's such a sudden stream.
And you're so brave. You were the one that grabbed my hand and made me jump off the huge tower with you. You're like, come on, we're just counting to 3 and we're going.
You're also an amazing instructor because you taught me how to water ski. So.
Wow.
Thank you.
And our dad taught Lauren how to dive. That was pretty cool.
I was just somersaulting. I still do not know how to dive. I'm a swimmer, but I can swim, but I cannot dive.
That sounds
I've
like a
never
challenge
mastered that.
to me.
Yeah.
I think we can make that happen.
It was.
I think that was one of my favorite moments when Alec was teaching you to dive. That was so great. And Alec also jumping off the tower.
yes, up at the
At
cottage.
what, I think
Oh,
was
my
he
gosh.
90,
A huge diving tower
90
at the
years of
cottage.
age?
Yeah.
And
And on the
jumping
big
off.
slide too into the water.
I tell
Yeah.
that story frequently.
Yeah.
People like,
Yeah, you
"Oh,
didn't
it's
see it. He
great."
would still do it. If you
Wow.
let him, he would do it, right?
Wow.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
he was about 5 years younger, he used to climb up, not just off the platform, but climb up on the railings and then jump off.
Wow.
Like, is that not high
My
enough?
guys would do that
And
too.
you got up and did a backflip off.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yes.
So you've got some aerial skills.
I have to think more about it now because just like as you know, water, as soon as it's moving, it's quite painful.
Yeah.
So
You did a
pick
good
and
job
choose
for
my
that.
battles now more than I
And
used to.
snowboarding too.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
definitely in
Yeah.
your spare time, you're the athlete of the gang, so
I
you do a
try
lot of
to.
that.
Golfing, yeah. Golf more than anything now. I've
Mhm.
just been golfing, I think, twice already, but
Wow.
between that and watching sports, it's pretty much what I do.
Those are all fun things for sure.
Yeah.
What do you like to do, Sue, when you're
So now our
Your
new
downtime.
thing, so now it's a little, if I have any time, I'd like to do it with Charlie, our little 2-year-old, not my 2-year-old grandson. So the best thing we did this year, we got a zoo pass, a family zoo pass for the Metro Zoo. I hadn't been to the Metro
So
Zoo,
smart.
so our kids were little. It is a fabulous place. Like, it's just as good as it ever was. They're still putting tons of money into it.
Yeah.
It really is amazing. And so as often as we can on a Sunday afternoon, Sarah will come out and we'll just meet Charlie at the zoo. And the pass is amazing. Yeah, you go for like an hour,
Just go for
and a
an hour.
half, and they
Love
get a
that.
parking pass. It's so fun. And he's just at that age where he's not talking that much yet, but he knows all his animal sounds. So when he wants to go to the penguins, he'll go, waddle, waddle, waddle. Or he'll go, hoo, 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 when he wants to go to the gorillas. So cute. Yeah, so cute.
Derek and I actually went to the zoo recently, and I hadn't been in years. It was great, and all the zoo staff kept coming out and explaining the different animals' names
It's
and their
amazing.
interactions and their personalities. It was really good.
Yeah.
And just like you said, they are putting quite a bit of money into it. They're redoing different pathways.
Yeah.
They serve wine there now.
Have you
Other
mastered
people?
your animal sounds?
I have no. I guess Charlie.
Yeah, you would have to go with Charlie. Yeah. Or hang out with Sue a bit more. That was very. There's one of Sue's hidden talents that none of us knew. Okay, so this is great. Bucket list. This is a fun. I don't know. This will be good to hear what people. So, anything on or do you have a bucket list? And are there any things you'd like to share that are on your bucket
I think
list?
for me, from a travel perspective, probably Australia, New Zealand. Yeah, so that's probably the next big trip. But
We've always talked about going and doing like snowboarding in Japan because they get the most snow on planet Earth, which I
I would never
didn't
have
know
known
that.
Wow.
But it's like it's becoming like a pretty big epicenter for that sort of thing. So it's always been a thing that, get out there and snowboard and, experience that whole thing. So that's on the list for sure.
That's
Yeah.
a great one for sure.
Or pay off my mortgage one day. That's
Me too.
I don't really think of it buckets on my bucket list.
As a realtor, that is such a good goal, right?
Yeah, that's a good one. Mine's around travel too. Definitely New Zealand, definitely Japan, Italy, which I think we might be doing this year.
Yes.
Yeah, just travel. Go everywhere you can.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Travel for me as well. Also Italy, but also a lot of parts of Canada. I'm a little bit embarrassed to say I haven't really seen many other places in Canada. The East Coast, the West Coast.
Yeah.
Both coasts.
The
The coast.
Yeah. I'd love to really, I was saying this the other day, like I want to go like just experience like Northwest Territories, like go way north. We had a friend who just did that and they said it was like an experience that you would definitely, if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Very cool.
In Alaska too.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've heard it's
I'd love
amazing.
to do that as
Yeah, I
well.
remember Mom and Dad saying of all the traveling they did, their Alaskan cruise was their favorite
Oh,
of
yeah.
anything they did.
We were pretty lucky as kids that every summer we would take a family trip and all get in the station, the three tiered station
Without seatbelts.
without seatbelts,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
The brown wood panels on the side.
Exactly.
Oh,
But we always went to a different place in Canada.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
That's good.
And we saw a lot of the country.
Yeah, Mom and Dad were good. Really good.
We used to do the same thing. I mean, we came from England, but we used to every weekend we went somewhere for like a day trip.
Wow.
Always. My parents took us somewhere new. And actually that's how they found Fountain Falls and which is where our cottage is today. But I love to now, like when we just had our bikes out and we did a bike ride. But if you go to the parks in general on the weekend, you still see so many families like having picnics outside. And I love that stuff. I mean, I think that's what, we used to do. And I almost forgot about it. And then when I see families doing it, I think, oh, that's so nice. Like it's great. So there's so much to see.
Yeah.
Ontario alone, let alone the rest of Canada. I agree with you.
Friends, when we were living in Banff, we had friends that drive out to Banff and they're, when they tell you it's 24 hours to get out of Ontario, like if you think about that, how big just like the province is, let alone the country, like there is tons to see.
It's so true, and so much beauty.
Oh yeah, and you can really just drive like even to Muskoka, like even an hour north of Muskoka, like it's pretty incredible just how beautiful it is.
Mm-hmm. I definitely have lots of travel that I want to get done too. But one of the other things, my husband and I have been debating whether we could do a part of, I don't think we could do the whole thing, but maybe we will. The TMB, have you ever heard of it?
No.
The Tour de Mont Blanc. So the Mont Blanc Mountain, which is it's attached to 3 countries. So Switzerland, Italy, and France. And you literally, it's 170 kilometer hike around the Mont Blanc. And we've watched these YouTube videos and oh my gosh, it's so spectacularly beautiful. They say it's like a life-changing event, but you can do like stints of it. So anyway, that's on my list too. And I don't know if this is a fair thing to have on my bucket list, but I would like grandchildren, but I don't know if I can make that happen.
No pressure.
At some point, I don't know who I'm saying that to, but just in case I can say that.
Start
I
with
would
the
like
grandpuppy and we'll.
Okay.
First
Great. That's good to know. And then just funny, I just thought of this too. What about your first job? My first job was McDonald's.
Yeah.
I bet that was a lot of people's first
15.
I think I was, my first job was actually a snowboard instructor, which was pretty fun.
Was it a lifeguard?
Or it was one of the two. I think it was a snowboard instructor.
You had really good first jobs.
Great because it was like, wait, so we can be snowboarding like as teenagers for free, like when we're not. This is great. It was awesome.
I worked at a golf course, but I was inside at the food bar or whatever. And you know how I love to cook. I'm like, oh my God.
Were you cooking?
Well, it was like hot dogs and stuff, which is all I still cook. But but I remember being so frustrated because I would look outside on this beautiful day and I'd see all the grounds crew and I think, oh man, I want to be out there on the grounds crew. But it was amazing. First job.
Fun first job. That would be a fun one. Yeah.
Really good.
My very, very first job would have been babysitting. But then my first sort of more official job was at a place called Fantasy Castle, which was actually a kid's birthday party place. Okay, everyone.
Glad to clarify.
Yes. It was a great job because you got to pick which birthday parties you did and then you were responsible for the whole party. So it was actually really fun. It was really good.
I was actually a patron there for some of my kids' parties.
Yes. So I would have done your invoices. I did everything. Yeah. It was a really good job. So I worked there for a couple of years.
That's why you're so good now. Just set the stage.
Yes, it was Fantasy Castle.
Yeah, that'd be really good on a resume.
I know.
Or
Kids' birthday party.
And it's going to give the wrong impression.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. Well, I was a little more along Mike's line that I was actually in water ski shows for my first job. I was 14, and that was pretty exciting too. The same thing. I was skiing. I'm like, and I get paid for this.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, like how good is that?
Yeah.
Amazing.
It was. Didn't feel like a real job. No. Didn't really. Yeah.
What was your first job, Lauren?
I worked at a children's clothing store in downtown Oakville. I grew up in Oakville, and I used to think I was going to get into fashion, but children's fashion, maybe not necessarily, but that's kind of what was my launching pad anyway.
Yeah.
Selling expensive kids' clothes in downtown Oakville.
There you go.
That makes sense because you are very fashionable.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
But I think some of those early jobs maybe sometimes teach you what you don't want as much as they teach you what you do want.
Yes.
And I remember in high school, I worked as a receptionist in a hair salon. And, it was sort of when you wanted the $200 pair of jeans and you think, sort of add it up and with your minimum wage, you think that's a lot of hours. Like sometimes they inspire you to other things or you might be inspired by what you're doing. It's something that's really cool. So,
at the McDonald's, honestly, I mean, all jokes aside, I ended up being a hostess fairly quickly for children's birthday parties as well. So there we go. But they taught you the 7 steps of the sale and in McDonald's.
Really?
Oh, yes. And you used to be tested. There would be like guest shoppers that like buying and you had to, greet them. You had to always suggestive sell. You had to
really, they wanted you to upsell it. McDonald's
always
really?
Wow. Would you like fries with that? Always.
Right.
Yeah. And then smiling and then thanking them properly. And they would have secret shoppers and you would get tested.
Wow.
So I mean, they taught you sales skills, sort of
That's
like
so
from
interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if they still do that. We should have a little group
so
outing and we'll
interesting.
test it. We'll be a secret shopper.
No, it's true. It's a good point. But I remember like other jobs I got, and they'd see if they saw McDonald's on your resume, they knew you worked
for
hard.
sure.
And,
because it actually wasn't easy to get a job at McDonald's. That's actually good you got one. Because they were picking.
I know, underage and everything. It was great. I might have told I might have said I was turning 16, but I was 15. But anyway. Let's see, what else?
One last question?
One last question. Well, we've had so many good ones. We talked about cooks, kids, pets, bucket lists. Want to just end on favorite movie?
Oh,
Anyone got a favorite movie they want to talk about?
Question. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh,
No?
The Notebook.
Oh, I love that
nice.
movie too. That is a really good one.
Yeah.
I love It's a Wonderful Life. Every
Ah.
Christmas, that's a big tradition.
I love Dumb and Dumber.
It's a classic.
It's
really.
a classic. Yes.
Motorcycle scene.
Exactly. I've seen it a million times and it's still hilarious.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay, mine is not along those lines at all. It is The Sound of Music. But my big claim to fame there is that I could sing every lyric to every song in order in that.
Oh,
movie.
without even running. Wow. Okay.
Wow,
I've seen a lot
would
of
you like
times.
to demonstrate?
No, thank you.
No?
Maybe on the next go round.
Okay, I
We'll
do
do
a
a
sing
talent
and dance
show.
show.
There's a singer in our midst. I
Oh,
did
yeah,
not know.
I'm not saying I'm a good singer, but I know the words anyway.
Uh-huh. I don't know. I mean, you guys have all said a few of the movies I love. Do you know yours yet?
No.
There's so many, so many
I've seen so
amazing
many.
movies.
Like, Remember the Titans, like a football sports one
Oh,
was
yeah,
always a good one.
Good one.
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, that's another good one.
That's one I can watch.
Invictus, that one was really good.
Yeah.
The rugby one.
Yeah.
A lot of sports.
Yeah.
It's funny. I just
Yeah.
went to the theater too, and I'm changing subject slightly, but I always say Come From Away. Well, Les Mis was always my favorite show, theater, and then Come From Away. When we went to see that, I didn't know anything about it, and then that became like I've seen that I think 3 or 4 times now, and I just saw Hamilton. And oh my gosh, that is incredible. It sort of made me think. I saw it during COVID, like on TV from Disney movies. And anyway, if anyone hasn't had a chance to see Hamilton, it is in Toronto. I totally recommend it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
so
a really great show.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. You learned some
Switch it up a
things. That
little
was
bit.
great.
Thanks for asking the questions.
You're welcome. So singing next time, and we'll figure out what else we can do.
Dancing.
Dancing. Maybe you can teach us some ballet moves.
Cooking class.
Yeah.
I could.
Okay.
You guys
Class.
enjoyed
Yes.
that.
We hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a little fun for us to do something different too. We always appreciate you watching and know that we're always here for you guys. And if we can ever answer any questions that we didn't touch on today that you'd like to know, just let us know. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.
Bye.